Alright, welcome to M-Dog Gaming. This is M-Dog, and I am showing you the very beginning of Dragon's Prophet, a new free-to-play MMO by SCE, using their Station Pass system. And I made a recording from levels 1 to 5, but that video got messed up. So just gonna basically make another one here just to test to see if it's going to work, and then we can go back and do the very beginning again. My initial impression of this MMO is very positive. It's
getting around all right?
a lot of typical MMO
Elder
stuff in
dragons be
terms
with you.
of accepting quests, and
It's a good day. Watch your back.
a lot of discovery, exploration. Enough things in here that I am familiar with from playing lots of other MMOs, but then some things that are a little different with this one as well. This is a more action-oriented MMO. If you notice in the bottom of the screen, you'll see the left mouse is going to attack, where the right mouse does an ability based on how many attacks you have made. It changes that. And there is a lot of rolling and dodging. If you double tap W, it runs, or if you just press it once, you're walking. Of course, from other MMOs, I'm used to the mouse buttons. If you press both of them, it's moving, and of course in this type of action MMO, that's often not the case, so it has taken a little bit of time for me to get used to what is going on. Now, the combat is pretty interesting. I don't really have many abilities open yet. I keep getting these pure dragon shards, which that is one thing, and we can go ahead and talk about that a little bit. Bring up the character screen and the equipment. This is the normal stuff I've been picking up, but then here in the Dragon Shard collection, these are basically like enchantments. If you're familiar with World of Warcraft or even other MMOs, it is something that you can, by pressing J, add to a certain piece of equipment. So like, let's say my pants, I want to put the shard there, and it's going to have a permanent effect of giving it +8 health. So right from the beginning, I'm getting those types of drops. There's a lot that I've liked about this game just in terms of the initial impression. I like the graphical style. I think it looks good. It seems interesting. Can't really tell you much about lore or what's going on, but sort of just thrown me in. The initial 3 quests that I did, or one quest that had 3 parts, was heavily cinematic focused, and that was interesting and different, especially in the beginning of a game like this. But after I finished that, I quickly just picked up a bunch of quests, and it's pretty standard fare. Go kill things and pick up things and talk to more people, and that's what I have been doing. The main thing I wanted to check out in this video is just what gameplay looked like, what free-to-play looked like, and let's talk a little bit about that, because there is a marketplace. In the marketplace, you will see that you have different currencies that you can purchase things with. Some of these things cost 1 currency. It looks like a seashell. I don't know if that's an in-game currency or not, but I'm pretty certain that the SC currency is something you have to buy out of game, or even if you can buy it in game. Yeah, SC versus Dragon Insignia. Add SC. What's that gonna do? Whew, it's gonna tell me to pay with something, and of course we don't want to do that. But so it is a little tricky, as all these pay-to-play games can often be. One thing I was commenting before when the video got messed up was that I like the travel system. You have a transportation book. So I saved one place to, so this is what you do. You record a location, and then that becomes a place that you can transport to. However, that seemed cool. You know, it looked like, hey, you can have 7 transportation locations. But to teleport to that place, they are going to charge you 20 of this currency, which to me, if that is the currency that costs real money, that's a turnoff. That's just, you know, an initial turnoff if something like what in World of Warcraft would be a Hearthstone, and many games, most MMOs have some form of that. If that's going to end up costing money to do, then that's frustrating, because that means free-to-play players would have to use real money, or just actually take a long time to travel if the game is as large as many MMOs are. Now, I do know that you can get mounts, and it may be that you can train dragon mounts from an early level, and if that's the case, that might cut down on travel time. There may be travel points, flight points, or other ways of traveling that I just haven't found yet. And so I'm definitely open to that being the possibility, but that was a bit of a frustrating thing to realize. What I thought was a very cool feature turns out to be something that I'm not super excited about. So, as you can see, the game looks pretty good. We've started off in a very barren sort of place here, at least over on this side of the map. Let's not fall down there just yet, but I don't know. I'm intrigued by this game. I'm willing to, you know, play it a little more, look into it a little more. I already see the gold spammers, and that's always a part of the MMO, even when it's in beta, I suppose. This is open beta, so that may mean that they are going to wipe characters again, or it may mean that they're not. Different companies handle that differently. But yeah, this is a game that I'm going to keep my eye on. If you end up watching this video and you think it looks good, or if you've played it and have any comments, would love to hear what your impressions are. This is just an initial. I fired up the game for the first time and wanted to give you some feedback as a long-time MMO player of a lot of different games. I realize that you're not even getting a drop in the bucket in terms of impressions the first time you log in, but it is interesting to see that initial thing that they throw at you, and what they allow you to do and what they ask you to do, to give you a sense of where things are going. But as always, I appreciate you tuning in to MDog Gaming, and I will have more videos for you shortly.